This video explains a very important algebra skill, multiplying binomials, and frequently it is taught with the acronym FOIL, which you'll see later in this video. First of all, what is a binomial? A binomial is something with two terms. That's why we say binomial. So for example, 3x plus 4 is a binomial, and 7x minus 6 is another binomial, and in this lesson you're going to learn how to multiply two things like that together. For convenience, however, let's start with an example that involves only numbers. I'm going to label the dimensions on this figure here. It's 3 units here, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units. And then going down we've got 3 and then 2 more. So you know that to find the area, you would multiply the length of a rectangle by the width. So in this case, 3 plus 5 is 8, and 3 plus 2 is 5. So the area of the entire region is 8 times 5, or 40. And that's just how multiplication works. Now, it turns out there's another way you could approach this. Rather than multiplying 8 times 5, you might consider breaking it into 4 separate pieces. This one right here has an area of 9 because it's 3 by 3. This one is 3 by 5, so that's 15. This one is 2 by 3, or 6, and this one's 2 by 5, or 10. So another way you could find the area of the entire region is adding up 9 plus 15 plus 6 plus 10. So let's see, 9 and 15 is 24. 24 plus 6 is 30, and 30 plus 10 is 40. So it wouldn't really matter if you had all numbers which way you did it, but as soon as we do an example with variables, we will need a different approach. So let's go ahead and look at that. So suppose you had to multiply x plus 4 times x plus 2, and you don't know what x is. Well, you can still work this problem out algebraically. I'm going to represent it with a diagram here, and I'm going to say that the length is x plus 4, and the width is x plus 2. And even though I don't know what x is, I can find the area of each individual piece. This one right here is x times x, or x squared. This one right here is 4 times x, or 4x. This one is 2 by x, so it's 2x. And then this one is 2 times 4, or 8. So it turns out that regardless of what x equals, you can simplify x plus 4 times x plus 2 into x squared plus 4x plus 2x plus 8. And then we would most often want you to combine like terms. 4x plus 2x is 6x. And when you multiply these two binomials, you get what we call a trinomial, because it has 3 terms once all the like terms are combined. Okay, so the way this is often explained is using, or remembered rather, is using the acronym FOIL, which stands for first, outer, inner, and last. And there's nothing special about that order, but here's what it means. Let's switch to red. So first, that means you're going to multiply the two first terms together, in this case x times x, and that's how we got x squared. Okay, and then outer, let's use green. Outer means you're multiplying the outer terms, in this case 2x, and that's how we got 2x. And then let's see, I'll use black for inner. Inner means the 2 on the inside, and that's how we got 4x. And then I'll do a double underline in red. For last, that's this one and this one, and that's how we got 8. Okay, so now we're going to look at several examples using FOIL. It works regardless of whether the numbers are positive or negative, and here's several examples for you to get the hang of it. All right, so f first, x times x is x squared, and then outer, x times 7, well, we write that as 7x, and then inner, 3x, and then the L is last. 3 times 7 is 21. And then we clean that up. We combine the like terms, x squared plus 10x plus 21. Okay, here's another example. This time there's a minus sign, so the first is x times x, x squared again, and then the outer is minus 8x. The inner, oops, let me make that a little neater. The inner product is positive 5x. And last, 5 times negative 8 is minus 40. Cleaning that up, we get x squared. We have negative 8 and positive 5. That leaves us with minus 3x and then minus 40. Okay, here's an example with coefficients in front of x. So first, we're going to multiply 2x by 5x, and that gives us 10x squared. Now we're going to do the outer, 2x times 2, and that's 4x. Next we do the inner, 3 times 5x is 15x. And finally the last times the last, 3 times 2 is 6. And clean it up, 10x squared plus 19x plus 6. Okay, if you need to square a binomial, it is actually a FOIL problem because x plus 3 squared means x plus 3 times, oops, sorry about that. All right, x plus 3 squared means x plus 3 times x plus 3. So we'll use FOIL. X times x, x squared. And then the inner is 3x, the outer is also 3x. I'm going to go straight to combining those to 6x, and then 3 times 3 is 9. Okay, so this is really an important algebra skill. So I've got 7 of them that I want you to practice, and please have them ready at the beginning of class next time.